We are going to read this book called Hot Dogs today. Now I have a question for you guys first. When you're hungry, who do you ask to get you some food?
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
Or Grandma and Grandpa.
Or Grandma and Grandpa. Or aunt, or maybe a babysitter if they're there. Well, in this book, Dad and Tom are hungry, and they really want Mom to get them something to eat, but Mom is asleep. All right, so they have to get it themselves. All right, so when your mom or dad or grandma and grandpa, when they make you something to eat, have they ever made you hot dogs?
Yes, my mom did.
Your mom's made you hot dogs? All right, so how do they make? No, never made you hot dogs. But if your mom or dad or grandma and grandpa or somebody were to make you hot dogs, how did they make them? How did they make them?
They just like heat the hot dog up and then put it in the bun.
And they put it in the bun. And did they heat it like on the stove, like in water? Or did they put it in the microwave?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
in the pot.
In a pot. Yeah, they probably put it in a pot. Carl?
My dad grills his.
He grills it. Well, you know what? That's going to help you with the story because I want to talk to you about how Tom and Dad make their hot dogs. Instead of putting it on the pot or putting it in a microwave, they are going to do it a different way. They are going to put it on a grill outside. But their grill might be different from yours, so I want to show you something. I'm going to have you turn to page 6. Okay, can you turn to page 6 in this book?
I passed it.
See if you can find page 6.
Do that.
Yeah, and set your books down right here in front of you, okay? All right, so I said that they have a little different grill than what you might have. And on my grill, I'm not sure if your grill looks like this, we can just turn it on and the fire comes right up.
Yeah.
But in their grill, you know what they have to do? They have to use matches. And do you see Tom handing Dad the matches in this picture?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you say that word, matches?
Matches.
Mm-hmm. Can you think in your head what letter you would expect to see at the beginning of that word, matches? All right, see if you can put your fingers around that word, matches, on this page. What letter might you expect to see at the beginning of matches? Mm-hmm. Can you find a word that starts like that? You are right, yeah. And you know what? That word says matches. Let's read and see if that fits there real quick. Start right at the beginning of that sentence where it says here.
Here are the matches.
So, Tom's going to hand in the matches and Dad's going to light the fire. Okay, so that might be a little bit different and I wanted to show you that part. The other thing I want you to do is look at the words on this page. Can you point to where all the words are? Which page has all the words? It's just over here, right? I want you to find that word the that you know. Can you find the word the and put your fingers around it? Put both your fingers. Yeah, you know that word. Can you put your fingers around the 2 letters that make that sound? Put your fingers around the 2 letters that make the sound. Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, like Thursday. Now here, I want you to look carefully on this page and I want you to find another word that starts like the, that has those 2 letters, that T and the H that starts like the. See if you can find another word that starts like that.
I see it.
Oh, yeah, you see it. And do you see those 2 letters? See if that can help you with that word right there.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Thank
Do you see how I got my tongue ready? Thank you, Tom, said Dad. So we can use some of those words that we know to help us with other ones, okay? So that might help you on that page. All right, so really quickly, I want you to turn to page 10 and 11. I want to show you one more thing before I let you read this story. Okay? See what Dad's doing? He's putting that hot dog on that stick, and guess what he's going to let Tom do? He's going to let him cook it.
And put in
I have 2 boys, and guess what? I don't know if I'd let them cook a hot dog over the fire, but Dad is letting Tom cook his own hot dog on the fire by himself. Do you see him handing him the hot dog for him to cook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have you start from the beginning of the story on hot dogs. And I want you to go ahead and read the book Hot Dogs, and I'm going to kind of come around and listen to you. Now, wait, I haven't read with you guys before, so I want to just hear your whisper voice, and this is how I want to hear your whisper voice. Can you say the title, Hot Dogs, in your whisper voice?
Hot dogs.
That's a perfect whisper voice. So as you're reading, remember to use your whisper voice, okay? And I'm going to come around and listen to you. So you can always use the picture too to help you.
Cooking, said Tom, and I am hungry.
No, we knew that they were hungry, right? That's why they came in to cook, huh?
Here comes Mom, said Tom. Here is a hot dog for you, said Dad. Thank you, said Mom. I am hungry too.
Stop. You know what I liked, Carl, when you were reading this part? You kind of stopped right here because you wanted to say and then you thought for a minute and you said, I am hungry. And you know what I noticed about you as a reader is that you really didn't need your finger for this book. Sometimes when it gets tricky, we can put our finger in, but you don't need your finger right now, did you? This book was just right for you, and I liked how you were stopping and you were thinking. Good. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to talk about it. You know what I liked right here? I liked how you noticed that part you knew and you helped yourself, just like in the thanks, and you said thanks you, and then you stopped and you went back and you read it again. How come? That was really smart. Why did you do that? Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? And you had to go back and read it. Good work. All right, kindergarten group here. Can I show you a couple things that I noticed about you guys when you were reading? Your teacher has been teaching you so many smart things, I have to tell you. First of all, I want to share with you when Carl was reading, he had this book and he was reading it, and you know what? He didn't have his finger. He was just reading with his eyes. And you know what? Big time readers start reading with their eyes. But if you get to a tricky part, which is what we did right here, right? And tell me your name again. Hashukman got to a tricky part, and she realized she could use her finger to help her, couldn't you? And you did a really smart thing right here. You were reading it with your eyes, and then you got to this part, and she put her finger right there, and she said, she was thinking about that TH that she knew already, and she said, thanks you, and then she stopped. So not only did she use her finger to help her, then she was thinking, well, that doesn't sound right, and she went back and she said, thank you. So as readers, as you start moving into bigger and longer books, you know what you can do? You can read with your eyes, and then if you get to a tricky part, just like she did, you can put your finger in to help you, and then you can take it back out again. That's a really smart strategy. So here's what I'm going to have you do. There was a word in this story, and I saw it like so many times in this book, and the word was here. And I want you to go ahead, and I put it on these little trays or boards. All right? Can you see the word here? Okay, I'm going to borrow this board right here, and I want you to look up here. I said the word here. All right. I have the word here, right here on my chart. Do you see it? And you mixed it up. Well, I'm gonna have you sort of pull it apart and put it back together again. Maybe you wanna mix it up, okay? Do that a couple times, and then I'm gonna have you check it and find it in your books. Okay, you work on that word here, and I'm going to find it in your books.
Ta-da!
Does it look right to you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, make it look right, and then I want you to check and find it in your book. I'm gonna put yours right here.
Oops. Look it.
Okay, now make it look right, and then I want you to see if you can find it in your book. Do you see it on this page? It's right there. Check. Does it look the same?
Page. I found it. Yep.
Are you right? How do you know you're right?
Because it has the same letters.
It has the same letters and are in the right order. Is this an H? Is this an H? Is this an E? Is this an R?
I did backwards.
Is this an E? So you have all the letters in the right order. See if you can find it on another page or on the same page. All right. Can you find it on this page?
I did
It's right there. Does it look the same?
Yes. I did it backwards.
How do you know?
Because there's an 8 and there's an 8. There's an 8 and there's an 8. Look, I did it backwards. There's an 8 and there's a 9.
Very nice.
I found
now I
two.
want you to make. Now I want you to find it on your page. Can you find it here? Good. Carl, did you find it in your book? See if you can find another page in your book and find the word here real quick. Flip it through your book and see if you can find it one more time. You seen anywhere else?
Yeah.
Where is it? Right here. Can you read it on that page? Go ahead and read the sentence.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, readers. And you found a different one. Oh my goodness. Turn to page 4. Carl found it, and it looks just like the one he has on his board, doesn't it?
I did that.
Did you find that one too? Okay. So remember, the words we can read are also the words we can write. Okay. I'm going to have you close up your books. And would you, readers, like to take these books back to your classroom and keep them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you keep them forever?
You know what? I'll let you keep them for a little while, and then I'll have Mrs. Karam give them back to me, okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you these boards, but I'm going to take the letters, okay?
Okay. I got the bullets. Hey, how about each of us have one?
Let's do nice reading.